All right, little new lake action today. Right here, this is a little neighborhood lake. My buddy lives right around the corner, and he told me where to park and everything, so we can just completely disregard this sign right here. Don't worry about that. That's no big deal. So we're out here today. We just had a cold front move through. It's a little chilly out, and got some chop on the water. Wasn't supposed to be that windy today, but it is, because Google weather never gets that correct. And man, we got some eelgrass. I'm standing right here. We got some nice hard sand bottom, patches of eelgrass. You can see it sticking up. Real casual, what am I trying to say, gradient. It doesn't drop very quickly. Got plenty of docks. And it's a good sized lake, man, and it connects over on that side to another little lake. So we're gonna, dare I say, I tied on a spinnerbait. We had one outing a few weeks back that was magical with the spinnerbait. Tied the exact same spinnerbait on. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so we're gonna toss that around. We got some baits. Obviously, you got to drag a Senko around if you need to. I grabbed my favorite flukes to slow fish. We just want to catch some fish. We got a bevy of little shad imitators since we're in fall. I don't know. I think we got all our bases covered that hopefully we would need. So I'm excited to get out here and give it a shot. I've been wanting to get out on this lake. So let's do it. There's one. There we go. All right, that didn't take too long. That didn't take long at all, man. We just kind of paddled out to the edge of the visible eelgrass and started chucking deeper. We're on the windblown side of the lake. That's a healthy one, not a big one, but that's a healthy fish. So the water's a little murky. You can definitely still see eelgrass in the deeper part, so we're kind of just tossing out to that deeper eelgrass area. Here we go, there's one. There's another one. There we go. There we go. Oh man, nice. Alrighty, dude. This guy's got some spunk. They are fighting today. Not even that big. Not even that big a fish. But look at that. Got a little belly on him. Again, fall time. Most likely feeding up on some shad, getting a little thicker. Not a big guy, but there's number two. There we go. There we go. There's another one. Does this feel better? There we go. Poked out just a touch deeper, same area, man. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice fish. Okay, you can tell it's cold out. Look at this bass. Look at this guy. Look at how white he is. When it gets cold and they get a little deeper, they get that super white coloration on their stomach, on their lower half. Look at that. That's a nice one. They are chewing the spinnerbait, man. No nipping at it. They are sucking it in, man. That's a good one. All right. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's another one. Went through a little drought and kind of went back to the same area we were in. Look at this guy. He's got some pull to him. Started going around the lake one way and the bite kind of ceased to exist. So we kind of came back and started from our initial starting point, started heading the other way in the lake. I think I started fishing a little too deep. Well, that's a nice one. Look at that. That's another good fish. So as I'm coming back up to my initial starting point, I was casting up to the shoreline, and sure as hell, you know, a few feet off the boat dock is where this guy bit, which was kind of where I was getting my bites, even though I was casting out deeper. I was initially getting all my bites at kind of towards the end of my retrieve. So kind of this, just right as the eelgrass gets a little deeper and you can't see it, that's kind of where I'm getting my bites. That's a nice fish. Oh, that guy ate right at the kayak, and I lost him. Oh man. Oh God, that's nice. That was a good bite. There we go. The bites have been kind of few and further between, but we're basically, there are areas that just don't seem to hold as much eelgrass. Oh, it's a little guy. And but as soon as we find that shallow eelgrass, we start casting out to those deeper edges. That's where we've been getting all our bites, man. So I'm just kind of cruising around the lake, you know, exploring. We're right next to this point. And we'll cruise around and we'll cut over through a canal into the next smaller little lake that's attached. So I want to explore that today. But so we're just kind of slowly making our way around, you know, poking around. And there we go. There we go. There we go. Saw some eelgrass. I kind of threw out deeper, and then we floated out, and then I kind of pitched back up to it. That's where the bite came. It's just like right on that visible edge where the water starts to give way and you can't see the eelgrass anymore. Seems to be where pretty much all my bites have come from. Another little guy. All right, man. Found our little canal finally. Cutting through. You can see it's just a little tiny sliver. Got a ton of eelgrass right in this canal. Ooh, school of bait. It's a little bait moving. We're gonna go pop over here to this other little lake and give it a little look-see daisy. See what we can get over here. There we go. There we go. There's one. That feels pretty good. Oh, that feels nice. There we go. We skipped over to the smaller lake. I'm still seeing eelgrass. We're seeing some hydrilla and stuff, some other various forms of vegetation. And this fish, I just kind of poked myself out to the visible edge. There we go. Skinny guy. And to the visible edge, right where I can't see the grass, and I'm casting out into deeper water. Working the spinnerbait pretty quick, but this guy, I saw something kind of swirl up on the surface. That's made that cast out to that, and that's what this guy got. Another one. This is a nice one. There we go. There we go. Oh no, he came off. Come on, guy. Is it on there? Oh, there is a fish there. Look at me go. It's a little guy. There we go. Here's another one. Got a little wad right here. All right. This guy is a little bit bigger than the last one. All right. There we go. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Spinnerbait popped right out. All right, that's a little bit better. Still back here in that little lake attached to this. Much better belly than some of the ones we've been catching. All right, man, that's it for this new lake. I'm starving. It's time to go get some food. But right here in my hot little hand, I have a handmade wood lipless crankbait that a guy gave me as I was paddling by. Couple of dudes were getting in their boat, jumping out to go do a little fishing of their own, and the one guy makes his own lipless crankbaits, man. Carves them out of wood, sands them up, gives them these cool paint jobs. This is obviously, it's kind of hard to pick up. There's a nice little pink line, so this is like a trout pattern. And so he gifted me this lipless. Very cool. I threw it for a little bit, but spinnerbait was the deal today. But very cool, you know, this, because it's wood and you can kind of see down here, it might be hard to see where he drilled out and put a little lead to sink it, but it's got a very slow sink to it, you know, way slower than most lipless crankbaits. Dive to the bottom fairly quickly. And it's got a nice, real subtle wobble too. It's not really a hard wobbling bait. And when you kill it, it just kind of has this, like, I don't know, it just kind of dives off and it doesn't keep vibrating. So it just kind of dives off, and I think it really has a good mimic of a dying bait fish, you know, swimming along real slow and then just kind of coasting off to its doom. But a very cool bait. So shout out to, you can check him out on, what did he said, Instagram at Joe Rajensky. And also on TikTok. His TikTok is Mr. Floppy Bottom Baits. So I'm definitely going to be throwing this in the future, throwing it in my lipless box. And very cool, very cool.